With the last shuttle mission, it's finally time to ask some difficult questions about why space hasn't progressed as quickly as it did in the movies, right? I mean, in 2001 we should have already been on our way to Jupiter, but that's not the way it is. And I think the big misconception that people have is that only governments can do space things. That's the big problem. And during the Nixon administration, it led to what I think is one of the worst treaties that the U.S. has ever signed, and that's the Lunar Treaty, which says that no individual or country can own any part of the moon. None whatsoever. So, if, for instance, we found a big deposit of gold on the moon, no company could go up there and extract it legally under international law currently. Now, the Chinese are working their way toward a lunar mission. They're also signatories to this lunar treaty. At the time, in 1970, they didn't have any space program, so I don't think it really mattered. But I think as soon as they reach a point where they're able to colonize the thing, they're going to repudiate the treaty, which is what we should do right now. Because really, if people could go to the moon and set up colonies there that they could own and homestead the place, then probably private companies would be setting up retirement places up there, because one of the biggest problems that people have these days are cardiovascular issues. And if you eliminate a good portion of gravity, the moon only has a sixth of the Earth's gravity, then, well, your heart doesn't have to work nearly as hard. Your bones may atrophy a little bit, we don't know. They do in the condition of weightlessness. So people who spend long term on the moon may not be able to return, but that's an open question. And I don't think that we should prohibit people from doing that, which is kind of what we do now under the current international law. So the big thing that we need to see changed, really, to get the space program going like crazy in the private sector, is not for NASA to hand out grants for companies to send people up into space. That's just going to make some more big military industrial crap, really. It's going to become bureaucratic and nasty. What we need is private companies and individuals who can go to the moon, set up their own whatever, little bubble lands. Maybe they have to have food shipped up there all the time, but there are people who could afford to do that. And I don't think we should stop them. I think we should repudiate the Lunar Treaty. I'll put a link to the text of the treaty down here so you all can read it for yourself. And then go write your congressman, representative, or President Obama.